Hi everyone, this is Kelly. This is our third card of the night, and we're going to be using the hand penned stamp set, and I used the dies that go with it that are called penned flowers. So I have those. I use this edge die in this. Now I do this thing where I put my dies in my case with the stamps, but I put a piece of red paper in there. Part of it is just so that the dies don't cut through anything. I also keep this and the folder, so if I ever sell this, I can sell it. You know, if somebody wants to just buy that, they can. But usually I sell them as a set because they go together. Anyways, we're making a card. This is a stamp we're going to use. And I'll set this aside and I'll show you the card. This is an extremely simple card. It's basically a little bit of ribbon, some designer series paper. The inside has a stamp, and that's really it. We stamped our envelope. Okay, and it's a very, very simple card. So let's look at what you get in your kit. You're going to get the envelope, of course. You get the card base. You have the outside designer series paper. It is oriented to be landscape, not portrait. However, if you really want it to be portrait, you can. Just your flowers will go sideways. But I think it looks best this way. You should have a piece of white paper that's a little bit longer than you need, so you can stamp it in the middle and cut it. Or you can use it as long as you want. Maybe you want to angle it this way and put your ribbon this way. I don't know. But this is a very easy card. So we're going to start with stamping. And I'll put the other things aside for just a moment. The inside we are going to stamp. We're going to stamp this, and we're going to stamp our envelope. I'm using Misty Moonlight. This is one color I've used a lot in the last 2 years. It's probably one of my favorite blues. It's not as harsh as Night of Navy. Not that Night of Navy is harsh, but sometimes you just want a softer blue. And that's where I was at with that. So because I'm going to be stamping off, well, first I'm going to stamp this, but because I am going to be stamping off, I'm going to use a piece of paper on here. Not stamping off, but I'm going to stamp off of. You'll see what I mean in just a minute. First, I'm going to do my sentiment. And this is just a matter of me lining it up. This perfectly fits in here between the two areas. You do not want a stamp that's higher than the space here. This space is approximately 3/8 of an inch, or it might be an inch. We could measure it. Let's find out. I love these little papers. They have so it's a little bit more than 3/4 of an inch. It's just a smidge over, but you know, you get the idea. It's approximately 1.25 inches this way, and you're going to fit it in the middle. Now I cut it here. I'm probably going to come through and just slice it there with a pair of scissors, so it's about even. There we go. And look, I could have made a mistake and done it a second time, but we'll set that aside, and let's do our inside of our card. As you can see, I got ink on there, so I'll just flip her over and we'll ink up one of the flowers from the hand penned. Such a pretty stamp set. It's so versatile. So I'm just going to put this, I think I'll just put it pretty much straight. Yeah, we'll put that one pretty much straight. And I did that portrait, so we will get another piece of paper. That's what we will do. We have more paper. I can use that in another card. I'll just grab it out of another card. And well, this time we'll do it landscape. How's about that? I love the fact that I make mistakes. Oh my goodness. So he says, oh, it seems so easy. It is. I make a lot of mistakes, so after a while it gets pretty easy. Oh, goodness me. So there we go. Okay, this will dry a lot lighter than it looks right now. So let's do our envelope. And it's when you're inking your stamps, you just want to come up and down, tap, tap, tap. And that's really all you're doing. It's just a little tap, tap, tap. And sometimes it looks nice, like if you just have part of the flower on there. I like that. And this one's going to come off the thing. It's going to look like it grew out. There we go. So all my stamping is done. Let me close up this and put her away. She's away. Let's move this out of the way. Let's put together our card. We'll start with the hard part. We'll put the inside in. So, my goodness, I am being messy with this adhesive tonight. I keep getting it all over me. It needs to go all over the paper. That's what I'm saying. The paper is a soft seafoam. I just wanted something a little bit different. Something very soft for this card. This would make a really pretty Mother's Day card. I don't really have a lot of mothers to give. I mean, I only have my mother-in-law. But there's a lot of people out there that have moms still. And this is a really good card for this. So we're just going to center that up as best we can. We want it to have that little lacy look on the side there. And then, as you can see with this, I'm just going to put this in the middle. I'm just put some adhesive there. And it doesn't have to be a lot. Come on, I wish this stuff would work tonight. It just doesn't want to work. Did I get adhesive? I did. Yay. So I'm just going to sit this down here in the middle. Now it's much longer than it needs to be, and that's perfectly fine because I'm just going to put the sentiment on, and then I'm going to, but to do that, oh my goodness, you all are seasick now because I hit that. I'm sorry. I think I'm having a night. Yeah, it's just special. It's just special. So I'm just going to put some leftover dimensional stuff, because I have lots of leftover dimensional stuff just all over the place. I just need like one here, one left on this one. So let's see if we can just use it up. Put it on there. Can never have too many dimensionals. Oh my Lord. I have all little itty bitty ones here. I don't have any big ones left. Gonna have to get the big ones out. Going to have to get some more big ones out. They're real close by. I have this little tray of them. That's what I use all the time, or try to use. So I put just a ton of them on here. So I'm gonna use my take your pick tool, and I can lift off all the papers with this, and it kind of, it kind of keeps them all together. Look at their nice little stack, and then I can just pop them in the waste bin, and they're all good. So this, I just did at an angle, and how much of an angle, or if you are not an angle person, make it straight, doesn't matter to me. I'm going to angle it because I like angles. Set that down, and now I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to trim this to what I think looks appropriate. My scissors must be getting dull. I must have to sharpen them. Sometimes these little snips, when they get dull, you can always replace them. But I sometimes just cut some aluminum foil with them, and it sharpens them up a little bit. So there we have it. That's the end of my card. This is card number 3, and that was very simple. I wanted to give you something simple after the last 2 that were a little bit complicated. And hopefully you enjoyed all 3 cards. Have a great night. Bye-bye.